Thank you very much for visiting the product page under the Renegade 13 limited edition. On the background, you'll see this is the Renegade 13 limited edition. It's part of the family of the Renegade. It's actually our pilot, our test pilot for the next generation of kites. The Renegade 13 comes only in one color, and that's the color you see right now, because that's our pilot and that's how we test for the next year. The Renegade 13 is actually the mini of the Infinity light wind machine, which is part of the Renegade also. So we took that idea of the Infinity and made it into the Renegade 13. Again, the Renegades come in 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 right here, limited edition, and the Renegade Infinity light wind machine. But anyway, let me show you more about, let's talk more about the Renegade 13. This kite is actually, if you're a kiter that's looking into an all-round kiting, like jumping, freestyle, wave riding, teaching, all-around kite, then the Renegade, all the Renegades are made for this type of kiting. Now, if you are looking for a kite you want a kite from, like, let's say in the sound on 20 from let's say 13 knots to 22 knots, 25 knots, then the Renegade 13 will be perfect on a twin tip. If you're looking into using the Renegade 13 in the ocean with a surfboard, personally I use the Renegade. The Renegade kites are my wave kites, and I use the 13 on the surfboard in 11 to maybe maximum 15, 16 knots. But of course I use all my Renegades with 15-meter lines. I love using 15-meter lines in the waves. All the Renegades come with an extra set of lines in the pocket, in the bag, 15-meter lines. So what I do is I remove the 22-meter lines from the stock bar and put 15, and here you go, you have it. So I use the Renegade 13 limited edition on my surfboard in the waves in 11 to maybe 15 knots, and then I can go to the 11 or even the 9 Renegade. Again, all the Renegades come also with 50-meter lines in the bag, and also you have, for this year we added also a new bag, a smaller bag with a mesh, and this will come inside the big bag also, because the bags of all the Epic kites are pretty big. I made them pretty big so you can fit more than one kite in it, but sometimes, you know, people say, oh, it's too big. So right now, for the third generation of kites, we added an extra small kite with a mesh, bag in mesh, inside the bag. So now you have 2 bags inside the kite. So anyway, let's talk more about the construction of the kites. I want to show you here. Again, this is the Renegade 13. You can see here we have a really nice EVA pad protection on the strut, and the way we shaped this pad was so it can grab on the snow. Actually, it's one of the best relaunching kite in the market from what magazines and tests are saying, and also it was voted in one of the magazines that the Renegade was the best all-around kite of all the other companies, and that was in the magazine. I'm not going to mention the name of the magazine, but anyway, let's get back to the product. You can see here we pay a lot of attention to quality. So right here we have this, and what this does is in the snow it grabs it, so it makes it, it's like a tractor, you know, it tracks on the snow and helps it relaunch really fast. Same thing in the water. When it gets on its back, it turns, it just helps to grab it. Also here on the struts, what we did is, you'll see it from the inside, we added the strip, the stopper rip, we added more, so you know, when something happens to kite, usually on all the companies, all the kites, you know, sometimes it rips right along the strut. So by adding those, we did help the reinforcement on that. And also, please, in all your kites, it doesn't mean Epic Kite, it means all the companies. Make sure, check your kites. If you have some small rips like that, I mean, even a tiny, like a 1 centimeter rip, you want to fix it on the leading edge or on the canopy. These rips comes from probably relaunching your kite on the beach with a shell, you know, scratching the kite, opening, tearing it. Same thing when you put your boards. Make sure you put your twin tip boards with the fin up, because then if you put the fin down, the canopy will hit and make some, you know, destroy. Same thing also when you pump your kite. Don't pump it on hard surface like the parking lot or something, because it will grind and make holes. So if you have those holes, please fix them right now. You know, patch it, fix it, because all those big rips usually starts from those small holes. Okay, so just friendly advice. Anyway, here you have also, this is where you put the pump. So where you put the ball here, and you can lock it. But also you can use a fifth line if you want, and connect your fifth line here. all our kites don't need a fifth line. Our bars don't come with fifth line. We don't need a fifth line. The reason some companies use fifth line is because probably their leading edge is so thin, and if you don't use a fifth line, it will jellyfish. Ours don't need a fifth line, they don't jellyfish. And also some other companies use a fifth line to relaunch a kite easier. Ours, we don't need a fifth line. It relaunches, I mean, even better than the fifth line. So we don't need all the fifth line. You can use our kites with a bar, 4-line bar. It is a 4-line bar. All the models, the Renegade, Screamer, Judge, Junior Pro, Tudor, are 4-line kites. Again here, you can see how we pay attention to details. You see this is the attachment of the bridles on the leading edge. We have an EVA, so this is also reinforced, so when the leading edge is leaning against the ground, it will protect the leading edge from scratching, damaging, and everything. Again, paying attention to details. And here, you'll see that the Renegade comes with 3 struts only. That's the only kite that comes with 3 struts, compared to the Screamer and the Judge. They have 5 struts. And you'll see at the end of the struts, it's very narrow. We try to make it very aerodynamic. So the only problem with this strut is you cannot, if you want to change your strut bladder, you cannot remove from the end. We have zippers on the struts next to the leading edge. Anyway, let's check inside. You'll see here how our leading edge is segmented on all our kites. The reason we do that, it makes the leading edge way stiffer. Also the way we put together the leading edge, we reinforced and we folded 3 times and sew it, so it's very nice. Also here we have the deflated valve and the inflated valve. We use also to secure them, we have an elastic that will secure them. Here also, very easy, now you can put the elastic. The reason I left it out is just to show you, because I want to explain to you that those leading edge, in order for a kite to perform really well, you want to pump really hard. It's really, really hard right now. It's close to 12 psi. But me personally, when I kite, I actually open this and leave it like that, because when I hit the kite really hard on the water, there's so much pressure that wants to come out. I don't want my leading edge to pop, so it will pop the deflated valve and then the air will come out there. I'd rather pump my kite than have to fix my leading edge. Same thing with schools, that's what they do. They don't lock the elastic, so they don't have to fix the leading edge. But also you don't need to pump the kite to 12 psi. You can pump your kite to 10 psi or even 9 psi. It will perform nice. So if you're teaching someone, I recommend not to pump your kite really, really hard. Okay, so again, this is the elastic. Also, we were working on also the twist on deflated valve and inflated valve, but we had so many problems that for the 3rd generation we decided to stick with the old-fashioned way, those deflate and inflate valves. They work so well, why change it? We had so many problems with the other ones, so we stick on it. But you know, we're still working on coming up with a nice twist-on valve. But right now, this works so good, why change it? You'll see also here on the one pump system, last year we had a zip ties on it, but this year we have the O-ring. It's very easy. If you want to remove it, just slide this off. See how easy it is to remove, and then it will come out. He also, because of all your inputs and information, we're able to, you know, change a few things. A lot of people ask, why don't you put a neoprene on the clip? So we did. So here, this is the clamp. You have a clip, a stopper, and you can open it. Okay, so then inside there it protects it. Again, here, if you want to change the bladder, this is the zipper I was talking to. So you open the zipper here, and this is where you remove the bladder of the strut. You'll see here, if you go all along here, you'll see how narrow the end is. See how narrow it is? So the bladder cannot come out this way. So it comes out from the end next to the leading edge. Again, 3 struts, and also you can see here we put some reinforcement around that helps increase the quality of the kites. And again, I want to show you here the tape. You see how much tape we put, stopper tape on it compared to last year. So this is more reinforcement for the struts. Again, now about the here we have on the trailing edge, reinforced all trailing edge. So this will stop the fluttering more reinforcement when you drag your tips on the ground. That will stop it. Also our system for the to attach the lines. Okay, it's very easy. It's a 4-line. They're color coordinated. This is the right side, it's blue, and then the red side is left. So this is where you attach your flying lines. Before the production, I make sure that all the kites are flying, are perfect. So when the production comes out and the customer takes the kite out of the bag, it's ready to go. So when you put it in the air, I want the kite to be sitting there, ready to rock, no trimming. So all the kites come perfectly trimmed. They have one knot here. I mean, if you want to make another knot, you can trim it, whatever. You know, it depends, because a lot of people like to kite with the bar close, or when they're hook, they don't want the kite to you know, stall and all that. But other kiters like to kite with the bar far away. So this is where they need the power, you know. And right now, if you do this, it will depower the kite. So all those kiters can make another knot if they want, you know, and that will change the way the kite not perform, but the way you like to kite with the bar far away from you with lots of power. Here we're using, it's very simple, and you'll see we're using a ring. I found out from a lot of testing, a lot of years, that the ring, actually all my prototypes for 3 years now are rings. And the reason is because I've just been checking. We used pulleys in the past, but I find out that the rings are stronger. You don't need any maintenance on it, and you will never change, you know. And also they don't ruin the lines. Of course, after maybe a year period, you might want to check the lines and see. It's very easy to rechange. And this is where you attach also, they're all color coordinated, and the knot here from your brake lines or gray lines. You'll see also it's very easy to remove. If something happens, you want to change this, all you have to do is just remove here, take this out, and you can have another line, you know. So anyway, these are the bridle system. Again, this is the Renegade 13, and I hope to see you in the water.
Too many O's, paper to the roof, so much that man cannot go. Got the kind of jump to make you jump out your clothes. Got you making boo-boos and our noises out your nose.
Right now I'm using the Renegade 13, and I'm using 22-meter line. It comes with 50-meter lines, but since the wind is way offshore, side offshore, I'd rather have long lines to catch the wind. So it's working really good, it's really fast and very responsive. Right now we're using the Renegade 13 limited edition version 3 on 50-meter lines. You can see there's another kite right there, so the Renegade 11, and he's using 22-meter lines. Right now I'm going to show you how to relaunch the Renegade 13. It relaunches pretty much like any other Renegades. Actually, the Renegade was voted the best relaunch and best all-around kite from most of the magazines that did the test. So again, let's crash the Renegade and see how it relaunch. We're going to crash it right in the waves, and you'll see that we're going to crash it pretty hard. And just let the bar go. And you see that the kite just wants to get up by itself. So when it's ready, grab the red side of the bar, which is your left, and slowly milk it and pull the left side. There we go. Okay, now we're going to show you again how to relaunch the kite in deep water. So we're going to crash it, and let's see how it relaunch. So now grab one side of the bar and pull the red, which is the left. And just wait until the kite goes at the edge. And once not, let it go, and get ready to go. And at the same time, catch a wave. Or jump if you want. Right now we're flying the Renegade 13 limited edition on 22-meter lines. on the twin tip, droid 135 by 41. You can see the 13 is really responsive. Has a lot of pull. It's probably blowing like maybe, I'll say 50 knots, 16, 13 to maybe 60 knots. You can just park the kite and you'll be all set. Or you can move it and do whatever you want.
Comme tambour sound.